Get it again. Welcome to Blonde After Dark. Woo! And better than ever, baby. I even have a customized shirt. I don't know if you guys see KINZ. All right, let's do this.
So cute.
How are you doing? I'm like, my friends are so gorgeous. I can't stop staring at you.
Stop!
Brookie, Allie, we got Craigers in the house, all the way from Florida.
Right,
survived the storm.
Barely.
You guys are amazing. Okay, so this episode, we're going to do something fun. We're going to do top 8. So that's what we're going to do. And I put it out to the universe and submitted, what do you want to know? And so people want to know top 8 icks. And by an ick, you know what that is. Like, dudes, and I love you so much, and but we got to help you out, like, to stop doing these things.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to do the top 8 icks as voted upon by people and us. So let's start with our number 8 ick. We're going to work our way up. Okay, you guys ready? When texting vulgar things.
Ugh.
So let's talk about texts you receive, DMs, messages you receive when someone wants to, like, a chance to take you out, and then you're just like, what gives the and then you just, like, totally dismiss them. It's like a top ick. What do you guys have?
I do hate it when it gets too sexual too fast. Like, when your expectation out of me is, like, we jump straight to that, I'm icked out.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't even been on 2 dates. Why are you... what's going on here? And I'm not, like, a big sexter anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Well, if you haven't established that yet, because I gotta, like, texting, so I had a gentleman that wanted to take me out, and I was flattered. I'm like, okay, and I actually was considering, wasn't my typical type, but I was like, you know what? I've been a bad picker, so maybe I'll give this guy a shot. So then he texts, like, and I appreciate the honesty, but he's like, all right, so, like, let me know what you're looking for. Are you looking for, like, a long-term relationship? You just want some dude like myself to break your, blow up your back every weekend? I was like, oh. Just because it's too much too fast.
It's like, too much too fast.
That is an ick. That is vulgar. I will say he did apologize. He's like, I'm sorry, I should have.
After he got ghosted.
After I just didn't respond. But
right.
Like, what else should guys not do up front if they're trying to land a dinner or whatever? What do you say?
Oh, well, in my culture, it's a little bit different.
Okay, talk about your dudes.
My culture is a little
Craigie has
bit
a
different.
type, again, we're trying to get him away from. But yeah,
I think the last time I was on the show, I've gone through 6 of them already. Just keep turning the pages. No.
Do you guys do dick pics right up front, or what's the vibe? Like, is
well,
that like you're nice to
we
meet you?
don't. We say we don't.
Hi, my name is...
First thing we talk is, hi, how are you? And it's something about, like, oh, I can't wait to, spend some time and have a quality relationship. And then 3 text messages left later goes, but again, like, are you a top or a bottom? What's that size that you got? And then it goes into those questions, and you're like, I thought we were talking about how's the family? What do you like to do on the weekends? But then quickly turns into something different. That's happened the majority of the time that I've looked,
Yeah.
I call myself the simple romantic guy. That might be why I'm still single, by the way. And that's because of that.
Yes.
And that's because we don't really look for that in our culture. It's automatically, it's game on as soon as it starts.
Like,
we
first
say,
date?
first date,
let me ask
that's before the first date even happens. That's, we like to swipe different directions. So as soon as we swipe, it's immediately to vulgar questions.
Really?
And they just cannot help themselves. It's got to be the hormones, I'm assuming. Or it's because they naturally think that's the intro approach to asking someone how they are.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting. I hate a dick pic.
Ew.
Exactly.
Like, especially unsolicited dick pics, unsolicited, even, and I feel bad saying this, but even unsolicited selfies. It's like if a guy, like, I don't know, it's so
sends
weird.
selfies, yes.
Or asking for pics, like, send me a pic. I just, like, are you 16? Are we gonna snap?
Right.
I don't get it.
Not for me.
So that's an ick. Okay, let's go to our next ick. Our next ick, well, we were just talking about it, asking for pics.
Yeah.
So I was talking to this country artist, if you will, and, like, I feel like that's all he would do is ask for pics. And it was such a turnoff because it's like, dude, all you're doing is, like, sitting, like, jacking off in your tour bus, probably asking millions of girls for pics.
Yeah, ew. Just honestly, I'm just like I'm a face to face, person to person kind of girl. Like, if you want to see me, so see me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, send you selfies all day.
Exactly.
And also then they get pissed off because, like, I'll send the same selfie I just uploaded to my story, and they're like, "Oh, well," and I'm like, "Well, that's what it is." Like,
that's a rule. Like, if someone, like, people get pissed if you send they want exclusivity, something exclusive. So if you
totally
like send them something, or they send you something, but then they post it later, it means nothing, right?
Yeah, totally.
It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, don't ask me for a pic. If I want to send you one, I'll send it. But what are you wearing? Fuck off.
And this is the thing for guys. Like, set yourself apart. I know this is so sad because I feel like today's culture that people, especially if men are like, oh, I'm gonna fly you if you don't live in the same area. They're like, I'm gonna fly you in. They want, and I don't want to say pump and dump. That's so terrible and vulgar. But I feel like men these days, that's what they want.
Yeah.
And so the proper thing to do if you actually want a high value woman is to like, if you fly her in, get her own room. Don't even assume. Like, so many men just assume, like, we're going to share a room. Like, you haven't even met this person. Like,
we're going to play house. No.
What if you have to, like, go to the bathroom or even brush your teeth? Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, we're not there. Yeah, we're not there.
Or calling someone my baby all the time. I think that's very weird. When you're not with that person.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Oh, that happens all the time. And especially,
Really?
because I have now hit the age where I guess I'm a grandpa in our world. I didn't really know that was going to happen.
At what age do you feel like you hit grandpa status?
Well, I thought it was over 40, and I haven't hit that yet. But I'm assuming that's over 30, is what I've been told. After you hit the 30 mark, then you become this elderly,
you're a daddy.
Wheelchair. Yeah, but now, no, it's not just a daddy, it's a zaddy.
It's
They're looking for a zaddy.
Okay.
So anytime someone reaches out to me or something like that, they ask me my age, and I'm like, oh, I've been looking for a zaddy. And I'm like,
no, honey.
Not it.
I'm not taking care of you.
Right.
Boy.
Right.
Not at all. Okay, do you guys think it's an ick when a dude takes gym pics, selfies, etc.? Because I know it's dicey for dudes, and they want to know what should they be posting on their social media, because you want to see them. But it's pretty douchey if it's a bunch of selfies or they're like, ooh, like a gym pic, right?
If it's selfies, I'm out. Yeah. Honestly, can I be real?
Yes.
If you have social media at all, I'm baked out. Like, I hate it when my man, and I'm not going to sit here and, like, throw shade at my ex or, like, even hype him up for that matter, but I did love he had no social media.
Yeah.
My ex-husband had no social media. Not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not anything. And it was like so hot. He could give a shit about it. He didn't care about it. He's not a selfie guy. He doesn't care what anybody else in the world is doing. And I loved that about him.
Yeah.
One of few things. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
She's like, I loved three things.
I'm just kidding.
About him.
3 things about him. And that was one.
No.
The girl was love.
I'm totally fine with social media. I'm all good with social media. And I'm okay with pictures if you're showing like you're truly showing like progress or something you do. We know the photos that people take.
Right.
Yeah. If it's one like you're actually into fitness and you're working out or it's a video, that's one thing because you're actually showing how you're taking care of your body and all that.
It's a lifestyle.
But then if there's actual photos that you truly are posing a certain way or you've got a caption on it for a certain way.
Yeah.
That's a different story because you're literally basically just asking for that attention, and we all know, nonstop.
Right.
You can look at the comments and see the regulars that they're hoping or hearting or
right.
sending fire pics or you're the hottest thing in the world. That's what they want. They want the comments. They don't want anything. They just want to know that people are still staring at them.
Yeah, their attention. It's like, yeah, you're just attention seeking.
I think the craziest thing to me is the amount of dudes that literally have like a profile pic with their girl or like a profile pic with their family, and they're like saying the most like disgusting things in my DMs, or they are sending DM pics, and like their profiles like Dan and Cindy. You know what I mean? You're like, what is going on with you, dude?
Ick.
Happily together.
Yeah, really. Right. Which brings me to another ick. The next ick on the list is your dude. Okay, no, we gotta talk about this. Liking other chicks' content.
No.
Here's the thank you.
No.
Thank you. Here's the thing, especially if they're not even liking yours.
Right. Yeah. Period. No.
Yeah.
Because do you not agree? Like when dudes, this is so funny. When dudes, and then they're like, it's not inappropriate, but you're just telling that woman, I'm here. Pay attention to me. I'm supporting you. Pay attention to me. And it's like, why are you doing that?
Right.
And I will say, we've all probably gone a little psycho on making sure that who our person is looking at or what they're looking at. We all done that.
Yeah.
We're humans, and they're doing the same thing. My biggest thing is when they start liking, like if you post a photo and some other individual posts a photo that's not your person, but you're liking their photos before you like your other half's photos, that's a problem.
Or you just don't like your other half's photos.
Yeah, you just disregard everything. Then it's like, oh, well, we're together, so I see it all the time. Yeah, but the world's now seeing you because they can see who you're liking, who you're doing that stuff with. So they're seeing who you heart or what you say to other people. And then you're not even showing attention to the actual one that matters.
You should be on your significant other's like social media being the first one to heart, the first one to comment. You should be their biggest hype man. And if you're not, like,
Why are you
Something's
there?
wrong with you.
Why
Yeah.
are you there?
What are we doing?
Like, I will say for the men, I'm like, men that feel competition with your significant other, that's a low value, weak ass man. Like,
That's
if
a
you
weak
want a
ass man.
man, like you said, who's the biggest cheerleader,
Right.
Because that's that allows you to be feminine and fun and sweet, because he's the fucking man. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
totally. If he is threatened by you, if he's threatened by his like that's an issue in itself.
Or if he's like, okay, he's like, I don't want you posting this, I don't want you posting this, because he doesn't want anyone to look at you. Yet he's liking these like chicks that are half of
You're
what
insecure,
you are.
right?
Yeah.
You're insecure.
It's horrible.
It's giving Kanye.
It's giving kind. It's also like
It's
it's also
Kanye.
those men, those insecure men that are like, I don't want you doing Botox or filler or this or that. I like you natural. Like I want you like this. Okay, but also those are the same men on social media liking, hearting, commenting on all the women who have
All the things.
All of
their
it.
boobs
All
done,
of
their
it.
cheeks done,
Yeah.
their a nose job, like 24-inch weave in their hair.
This
And
brings
no
us to
shade
our
to
next
them,
one.
but I do too. But you-
This brings us to our next egg. Simping after what you don't want your girl to be like. Yes. So, like, for example, I don't want you wearing that to the gym to work out because
Right.
your nipples are popping out, blah, blah, blah. Yet, I'm seeing you check out chicks' asses at the gym thrice over. I'm seeing you like these, like, chicks where you can see, trashy-ass chicks. So, like, you can't have your cake and eat it, too.
Right. Period.
Do you feel like that happens with you, Craig?
Oh, 100%. And obviously I've been in the gym. I've taken selfies. I've looked at other people as well. So I can
Very
really
good
say
choice, a tanky time.
I do like a good tanky moment. However, I'm also single. This might be why. But anyway,
I love
no. So in ours, we're starving for that attention. Like we look for that. We want people to like notice us and stuff like that. But then we're the first ones too that as soon as we see our significant other looking at another person, we're like, mm-mm. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Like,
I feel
why
like
are
it's-
you doing?
I feel like it's natural to look once because people are people, right? But it's like it's disrespectful when you're like, ooh, you obviously have a wandering eye. You know what I mean?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
There's this cute couple on Instagram that I was introduced to, and it was so sweet. The husband is from Italy, and they do these cute videos, and they went viral. And she's like, I want an ass like that. Like, look at that girl's ass. And he's like, no. And she's like, look at that girl's ass. Like, that's my ideal ass. He's like, no. He's like, I got you. Why would I ever care about look at anybody's ass? And it's like, that is the goal.
That
Like
is
those
the
men
man.
do exist.
Yes.
So that's pretty
He's
cool.
like, I like your ass, babe. Like, I don't need to look at another ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so on our next list, our next item of biggest icks. Here we go. You're gonna like this. Words matching actions.
All of it.
A little bit.
But we've been taught that growing up, all of it, everyone can say whatever they want. Words are the easiest thing to come out of your mouth. But
Yes.
if you can't walk the walk with what you're saying,
Right.
then it doesn't mean anything. After a
Right.
while, it's one of those that you cry wolf so many times, but nothing's really happening. No one's going to believe you anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
It's-
that's the thing.
It's like the sorries for me. Like
Yeah.
constantly being like, oh, I'm sorry. And then
And it-
doing it again.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
I'm
do it.
sorry.
I'm learning. I get that all the time. That was the last person I dated. That's
Let me
all they
human.
said.
Let me
Yeah.
human.
All they said was that nonstop.
But I
Yeah.
apologize. We'll stop doing shit all the time. I'm going to
Yeah.
apologize for.
I think the biggest manipulative, not real apology is sorry you feel that way.
That's
Not a real. That's
Keep
not
it.
saying.
Keep it.
It's like I would punch Craig in the face. I'm like, oh, sorry you feel that way. That I was wrong. It's like, no, I should be sorry that I punched you in the face.
Right.
Sorry
Absolutely.
that you feel that way.
At some point, it's your character. At
Yeah.
some point, like, sorry gets you nowhere with me. Like, if you're
Totally.
showing me time and time again, like, that you keep having to apologize for doing the same old shit, like, this is who you are.
Yeah.
Like,
How many chances do you give someone before it's embarrassing?
yeah.
3 strikes, you're out.
3 strikes, you're out.
I'm
Yeah.
like, do I be a hypocrite right now? Because
No,
I
be
have
real.
taken some shit, right? So,
Mm.
but
Was
yeah.
it worth it or no? Do you
No.
wish you would have cut? Because all these relationships where there's like, okay, here's an example. There's women that are like, I wasted, I stayed with this guy and he
Right.
was never going to marry me and I wasted 8 years and I should have
Right.
ran away after 2
Right.
and all those stories. And it's like, I give him chance after chance. And then the asshole goes and marries someone after 3 months because
Gives them kids, gives them the house,
or
gives them everything.
some
and you're like,
idiot.
oh.
But the difference is just because that person, and I always tell women this, it's because they're easier. It's not because they're better. It's because they have low standards. It's because they
Right.
don't care what they're doing and they can have their cake and eat it too and get
Right.
away with it.
Right.
And that person doesn't have as many options as you have. So they're like willing to like take that, So
Oh, how
people need
sad
to
is
keep that in
that?
mind.
Oh, they're definitely
So
never going to go with the same person. Like, they are not going to find someone just like you ever. They might say they are, but they're going to find a version that they can control. That's
Right.
the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Boil
basically
down.
want someone to basically say, I'm sorry you did that, but what did I do wrong? Like, what can we work together on to make that better? That's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Instead of us being like, you did it again for the 4th time. You did it again for the 5th time.
And then you just stop. I feel like when you stop having that reaction, because I feel like it's so weird. Men, and I don't know, men can tune into it too, that they get like turned on by like your reaction because it means you still care. So I always do try to remind myself too, the calmer you are and like when you're non-reactive, it's better. Have you guys found this to be true?
Yeah. It's so
even though it's so
better.
hard because you're just like,
yeah,
you know?
I did learn that my temper got me nowhere. Like, it was so much better. And it sucks that it feels like every relationship, it doesn't matter how long you're together, it's always a chess game, right? It's always a chess game. Like, you know, it doesn't matter how many years, you have to, like, still kind of pretend like you don't give a fuck. Like, you have to kind of pretend like you're kind of checked out to a certain degree, or you always have, like, one foot out the door. Like, you can't be, like, fully in, fully committed, fully theirs, because then you feel like at some point you start, like, getting taken advantage of, and it's just, it sucks.
Now, Brooke, I'd ask you because I feel like you were so like kind, and because I always feel like energy is everything, right? And so I feel like you let people still have access to you that shouldn't have access to you.
1,000%.
So,
this is an ongoing issue.
Are you gonna cut that off?
I have to cut this out.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to beat around the bush. She's talking about my ex-cousin, who I'm still treating like a charity case. Like, we got divorced, and it's like I am his life coach coming out of the divorce. Like, I am literally, like, holding his hand and walking him through it. And I'm like, who the fuck is holding my hand over here, like, walking me through this? No one. Like, why am I my shoulder to cry on?
Can you give a brief backstory synopsis of, like...
Basically, I was in a marriage. You guys know.
Yeah.
Y'all know. I was here.
Yes.
Earlier this year.
Everyone's nodding.
Hadn't even filed
This
for
is the follow-up that you've been
Right. This is the follow-up. I hadn't even filed for divorce yet, but I came in here and I was throwing the D word around like it was whatever.
Not the DICK.
Yeah, not the DICK.
The other one.
There was none of that happening. But I did end up filing for divorce a couple months following our podcast episode.
Yes.
It got finalized this summer, but yeah, like, he served me an ultimatum. That didn't sit well with me. I filed for divorce. He moved back to Israel, 7,000 miles away, and we've gotten divorced, and he's still, I mean, he's dating, like, last time I talked to him, he was dating a 23-year-old, yet still I'm his go-to. He calls me and, like, wants me to talk him off the cliff, and I answer because it's hard, right? It's hard to, like, completely cut ties when it was somebody you cared about for 10 years, but... honey,
but I'm
gotta
so,
cut
okay,
the
so
umbilical
I'm tell
cord.
her, like, okay, so he should go to the 23-year-old because
Yeah.
what he's doing is he's like
getting the benefits of the 34-year-old ex-wife.
So you're his emotional, but you
I'm
need to
his
cut that.
emotional
Like,
support.
that was his access and that was his choice. So
Totally.
I feel like he doesn't get access to you.
You're right, 100%.
So you allow it.
I gotta cut that.
What you
shit
allow
off.
continues, right?
Yes.
Speaking
100%.
of-
You teach people how to treat you.
Exactly. So that gets us to our next one. Our next ick is victimhood,
Ugh.
which I feel like that pertains. Yeah. So I feel like the interesting thing is, like, they always talk about pure manipulation is when people get mad at you for reacting to the bad shit and the terrible stuff that they're doing to you. And then they act like the victim because you're reacting to it. Why are you ruining this day? Why are you always miserable? Why are you doing this? It's like, because you're doing shady shit you've promised 6,000 times you won't do, and I'm calling you out on your bullshit.
Totally. Oh, God.
So how do we nip victimhood in the booty, or is it even possible?
It's literally been the story of my year because of this divorce. Like, he's the reason we're divorced, but yet I have literally been, like...
Yes.
Coddling him through the divorce he caused. Like, what is going on here? What is going on?
Because they still need us no matter what, because they know we were the ones that were in control. Because when the last one that I was dating that got real serious, we were even living together, was we actually ended, and then it turned into, well, remember, it wasn't just all me. You were a part of this. But then I'm like, well, you're the one that left. You're the one that moved out. You're the one that chose this path. And they would be, well, I still want to be with you eventually, but...
Eventually?
Oh, yeah, it's we need to learn. We need to grow. And I was like, no, once you take that step out that door, it's done.
Right.
Like, we
Let's-
are done.
Let's
with
just
that.
make this clear. Breaks are for suckers. Never let anybody tell you we're going to take a break. Because
Right.
then they want to go fuck somebody else and come back to you.
Correct.
Right.
Literally.
That's what that is.
Like, you're the end.
No
you're
breaks.
the end game. You're
Yes. No
I know
breaks.
you're the quality of woman that I actually want, but I don't think I'm quite done fucking around. Quite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely not.
100%.
I love that meme, and actually, all of you have sent it to me. It's like a balding dude that's like, I'm not ready for commitment, and it's hilarious. It's like, I just
Yeah.
don't know. I want both the best of both worlds. It's like, when are you going to grow up? Like,
Right.
You have half of your life is over.
yeah.
That's the thing. All right, so our last ick, if you want to get to this, is pet names.
Period.
Especially too early in the game.
Mhm.
I feel like when someone sends you a pet name, you feel like you're on a roster.
Mhm.
If they're like, good morning, kitten, good morning, baby girl, you're like, how many people are you sending this to?
Yeah. Is this a copy paste?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I need specific KINZ or something's an inside joke, or I'm not responding. Period.
right. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pet names that give you the ick.
I have
Yeah.
had so many. Like, if I start right now, like, I might not finish, but Kartuchki.
Kartuchki.
I literally can't make this up. Buchka.
Oh.
Is that Polish?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know where these come. I don't know where these come from. They're like
Thank you.
made up words
Mhm.
that I have been called.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. The current one, and Nick, honey, I love you.
Oh.
Boo Boo Head, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is Boo Boo Head? Like, can we wrap it up?
That's
Wrap it
very
up.
sweet.
But yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What gives you the ick?
Oh, the daddy or the zaddy talk
Oh,
when
yeah.
they say that creeps me out. I don't like that because it makes
Yeah.
it sound like I have children that I'm not
Yeah,
respecting
yeah.
with. That is my most pet peeve. Never like that one. Now I am from the South, so we do always go into a food group to call someone else. So it's usually like pudding or peaches. It's a Southern thing. We also say bless your heart.
Bless your
Does anybody
heart.
say good morning, pudding?
Yeah.
Stop.
Look, I will say,
Pudding
as-
feels like dirty.
I know, like pudding.
Yeah, like
I kind of like it.
I will say, as we wrap up, the best nickname ever of all time for one of Craigor's
Oh God.
escapades. You know who I'm gonna say? No. What is it? Sneakers.
No.
And tell why.
Okay, this was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
God. Hope he's listening. This individual I started chatting with, he met Mackenzie and all of that, and we started getting random pictures on, what was it, Dirty YouTube or something. People found it, and it was him at home during his lunch break taking a photo of his penis. That, by the way, that was never sent to me, but it was him in his little like running shoes sneakers, and it was just like they were propped up next.
So
to
he was
his,
like taking it from here.
yeah, he was taking it very, and it's like his feet were right next to it, which was very small. He's got a small foot, so it's definitely even smaller.
I think Greg called me. He's like, it doesn't even touch my molars. Oh my god! It's a no. He's like, it's a no-go for me, pudding.
he never got the pudding.
Oh my god, Sneakers, we love you. We hope you're watching. All right, those are like our top 8 icks. Hopefully we weren't like too intense, but guys want to know like what icks us out. You know,
Ick.
ick. What can they do? Let's really quickly say it like a turn on, I guess, because they should know that. I think for me, it's all about teeth. It's all about a great smile. Like that is such a turn on
I
initially
love
for
that.
me. So take care of your oral health.
100%. You know what turns me on? When
Yes.
I don't have to make any decisions when I'm with you.
You could be
When-
in your feminine because a man
Yes.
is taking the lead.
Don't ask me what I want to eat. Don't ask me where I want to go. Don't ask me what I want to do. Like, tell me when to be ready, and like, let me be brain dead when we're together.
I love that.
Yeah.
Women.
That's what I
That
love.
is totally what we want.
Biggest turn on.
Allie,
Yeah.
what do you say?
I
And Allie is married and she's a beautiful son, so this is great.
Yes. I would say probably my favorite. One thing I love is height, which you can't change.
Yes.
So sorry.
Yes.
But I like a tall guy. But my favorite thing is definitely with the tall guy is just the cuddles. I
Yeah.
like to be held. I like to feel like a girl.
Affection.
I like the door open. I'm
Right.
old school.
Yes.
I love, like, my husband makes me walk on the inside of the sidewalk. He walks on the outside. It's just those little things of like, I love you.
Safety,
Yes.
security.
I have you.
It still exists.
Yeah,
like I
right,
say,
yeah.
oh, the women these days, they don't want that. Yes, we actually do.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
You know, we're kicking it back. Like my parents are in Paris. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. And like my dad, and I know that people are like, oh, it's a pipe dream. But no, it still exists. Like my dad is, I guess that's how I was raised, but he has such respect for my mom. He's such a gentleman. And it is a high standard, but as it should be, you know, so that's what I
Totally.
And they're so cute.
Thank you. Kiki.
Oh, well, for me, mine's different because I'm from somewhere else, but Southern gentlemen. That's my biggest thing.
Yes.
That is my biggest thing. And it's weird, but like even them interacting with their family, their parents, I love to hear that yes, ma'am, yes, sir kind of thing still. Just because you're
Absolutely.
like, you were raised right. Like,
Right.
that's actually what I want to hear, because
Right.
that's how you're going to treat other people.
Totally.
I love that.
Totally.
And you love a good bless your heart.
I do love it.
Bless your heart.
Bless
He
your
will
heart
talk-
pudding.
He will
That's
talk.
right. Don't forget pudding.
He will talk such shit about people, but he's like, oh, bless his heart.
As long as you end with that, you're golden. The Lord still loves you.
Bless his heart.
Clears roster.
I love it. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Blood After Dark. Make sure to subscribe, to like, and we'll see you next time.